All right, you bunch of yahoos, strap yourselves in for another episode of Dan and Don's Toxic Masculinity.
In other words, shut up, sit up, and pay attention.
Hello, everybody. This is Don Frye, the Predator. This is Dan and Don's Toxic Masculinity. Unfortunately, Dan's up in L.A. We're down here in San Diego for the weekend. Dan's up in L.A. He's making money. I'm down here losing money. Shit. Here we're Shane Kruchten, who's a Purple Heart recipient, tough and badass Marine. Got shot up over there in Iraq, right?
Yeah.
And one hell of a fighter. One hell of a fighter. My pleasure, partner.
Thank you, brother.
So we're here to talk. He's an Arizona boy. He's over here in San Diego for a while. So, what's happening, partner?
Living this beautiful weather during the heat wave on 95 degrees of it. Shit.
So how many fights have you had?
23.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
What's your record?
17-5 is my official record's 12-5. They took 5 fights off when they legalized MMA.
Yeah.
The on-legal states, the on-sanctioned fights, they pulled them off.
Right. Yeah. They still don't know what they're doing. They still haven't got the rules correct, and they don't know how the referees aren't functioning at the same level. You know, the judges sure the hell aren't.
No, you know, we got some good referees out there. You know, Jason Herzog, one of the best in the game right now. Herb Dean, really trying to make a lead for the best. You know, and Herb is having all these guys in for constant referee discussions and trainings. You know, Big John's always been big advocate. So people like Jason and Herzog and everybody. Jason Herzog and
Big
Herb
Dan.
Dean and Big Dan. Oh gosh, all those guys. Dan Mariota. Everybody. Just there's a real good core group. I think that has come out right now.
Yeah.
And I think if that group can get the judges to pull their head out of their rear end, I think the world would be a better place.
Yeah, well, don't hold your breath on that one, partner. So, what was your best fight, you think?
I think my best fight was Madison Square Garden. I fought another Marine, Jeremy Mahone, Bellator vet. Fought him in World Series of Fighting 35, the last ever World Series fight. I mean, just to walk into the Garden was holy shit. Like, just knowing the history that's been.
Of that.
Holy shit.
How much did you get paid for that fight?
$5,000 to show and $5,000 to win.
That's a good amount of money for nowadays, you know.
Well, nowadays, yeah.
For any days, I mean, crap, they obviously haven't been throwing money around in the MMA world, you know.
No, when I made that, I donated my purse to wounded veterans after that fight. It was really cool. I was able to donate it to a nonprofit that served wounded veterans after paying my coaches and everything. My gym that I trained at ended up telling me, no, just donate it. It's all good, so they didn't charge me, so it was cool.
That's sweet. That's sweet. Shit. So what's on your game plan now? What's next on the horizon?
So I still have a little bit of gas tank, left for the MMA world. I feel like I need to avenge. After COVID, I had a couple fights fall out. Had a fight fall out due to medical issues. I still really want to fight. I want to fight Lance Gibson Jr. really bad. Me and him, we have a date with Destiny. It's kind of like the Tony and Khabib fiasco. We've had 2 fights fall out with one another. I have nothing but respect for the Gibson family, especially the father, senior, UFC vet, boxing vet, everything. I've messaged him. I think me and his son have a date with Destiny. I think he and I need to throw down and fight. And then I really want to try my hand at bare knuckle boxing.
Yeah. That's turned into a good outfit, hasn't it?
I got some good friends over there on that side of the world. Old trading partners. Ken Shamrock owns the league.
Ken Shamrock, he's pulling that thing out.
Man.
He's putting it over the fence.
I think he's one of the groups that's really putting it over the fence. They have Mike Marine Richmond is a good friend of mine. That guy's killing everybody. He used to fight at 135 pounds in MMA. He now fights at 185 pounds in bare knuckle boxing.
Wow.
Talk about a difference in men.
Yeah. It's only 50 pounds.
People don't understand. Maybe some people watching the podcast.
That's what every woman gains after she gets married, Oh, honey, it's only 50 pounds.
It's only 50.
Oh, yeah, porker. about your fight with Dan Severn. You fought for him. You didn't fight with him. You fought for him. And Dan had that broken arm trying to get the money out of his. He had those T-Rex arms. You know, he just couldn't reach the money bag, could he?
Oh shit! You know, so I get a phone. Back in MySpace days, I was on MySpace, and this person that was my manager wrote me and was like, "Hey, we need you to go to Ohio. It's got to be by tomorrow to fight this guy, 6'2", Luke Zacharich." They're like, "Hey, don't worry, no big deal. Go out there and fight him." And I was like, he outweighed me by 30 pounds. And I was like, "Yeah, I'll take the fight." And I didn't ask about money. I didn't ask about anything. And I remember they said, "Don't worry, hotel's covered."
So you ended up sleeping in the back of Dan's car.
Oh, shit. Right? I drove 12 hours from Oshkosh, Wisconsin to get to Ohio. Got there, and I'm sitting there. Didn't know where I was supposed to go. I get a text message, which I had to pay for every text message back then. I get a text message, and it said, "Go to this hotel." It was the most ghetto hotel you've ever seen. I thought I was gonna, get taken advantage of by people, if you get my drift. No lube kind of thing. But I was scared, and I literally slept overnight. I go to the weigh-ins. And we walk in, and I remember Dan Severn being there, and I'm in awe of Dan Severn. Just the history that comes with the man himself, as of yourself, and just the history, the aura. And I walk in, and I look, and there's a square cage. I've never seen that shit in my life, a square cage. I thought I was in Hell in the Cell, WWF, back in the day. And
the big old dog kennel, too, huh?
100%. I looked at it, and I was like, okay. And I remember my opponent walking up, and we shook hands, and I was like, "Man, boy, you're a big boy." And he shakes my hand. He's like, "Good fight tonight, right?" And I was like, "Uh-huh."
Yeah, sure.
And I remember after the fight, he armbarred me. I damn near broke my arm. Smashed me right into the corner. I couldn't move. I'm pinned in the corner, and he grips my arm. And, so square cage. Right. You can't move left or right. I'm a jiu-jitsu guy, ground guy by trade. And, so Dan... I didn't know how much I'm getting paid. I go over to get paid at the table after the event, which, my arm's all damn discobobbled and everything, and I walk over, and he's digging in his little thing. He pulls out a check, and he starts writing these checks. I don't look at it, and next thing you know, it's $100 damn. But I was already leaving the event, and I guess my manager made some back end deal, and so it wasn't.
Yeah,
Dan.
I've had that done.
Yeah, it wasn't Dan that set it up.
Dirty manager, bastards cheat you and then steal you.
Yeah, and they fuck you. It's not the promoter. So I still to this day I hold nothing against Dan. It wasn't Dan, but my my backdoor manager that basically backdoored me and literally tried to set me up to be a feeder for these, names that were going to get in the UFC. This individual ended up going off, fighting in the UFC. Had a very successful run in the UFC. Bless his heart, and it just took me a long time to get there because of having bad management in the beginning. Right. Once I got with the right manager, man, my career just took off.
Yeah, you got to have somebody who cares about you.
Yeah, it's got to be a personal relationship. It can't be just money driven.
Right, and that's real hard to find. And it's a dirty business.
Dirty.
Filthy, dirty business. And, they will take advantage of you and cheat you out of every penny you got. Yep. Just like an ex-wife.
Amen. Don't we all have those?
Yeah. Oh, my God. Some more than others.
I think we're on the same track.
Yeah, I think so. But at least, Shamrock's got a bunch more than we do, and a few other guys have, they haven't heard of them,
What was Jack Dempsey said at Madison Square Garden after winning? He said, "Number 4 should have been number 1. I love you, babe." That was his quote to his wife. And I was like, I remember reading that. Damn.
Yeah, I know what that. Jeez, it's a mess. Well, shit. So you're down here in San Diego.
Yep.
And we're goofing off here for the weekend. And you're waiting on Dan Severn to come back and make good for that check,
It cashed. I wish I still had it, but hey, it cashed. That's all that matters.
Yeah. Maybe he can sign you another one and write void on it, you know. That's his favorite word, you know, when he writes
Void?
a check. Void, yeah.
Oh shit!
That's
I have
best
nothing
thing.
to do with this conversation. This is on
He
Don.
told me, Mr. Severn, not me. I'd never say that. He told me about it. Well, what else you want to hit?
Man, what's up with you? I heard you're getting in shenanigans today.
No, not me, partner. I'm just sitting here looking at the women.
I don't know. I heard stories about your back.
I have all kinds of dirty stories about my back. I went down to Colombia here about a month ago.
Okay.
And God bless them. They gave me some stem cells. And,
Oh, man.
I got out there and I walked for 2 hours straight that day.
Yeah.
And then the next day they gave me another stem cell. I walked for 2 hours straight that day.
Shit.
And then the next day they gave me some more. I haven't felt that good in 13 freaking years.
Talk about a blessing.
Yeah, Bioaccelerator.
Yeah.
They took care of me. Dan Severn went down there just a couple weeks ago, you know.
Yeah.
He was down there 2 weeks after I went. And he's happy as a pig and shit. And it's amazing. It's amazing.
It's a savior.
Yeah.
The surprising fact you can't use stem cells in America.
Right.
It just blows my mind.
Well, you can.
Yeah.
You can't use the same level.
Correct,
you
the
know.
same level. You can't use the shit that's gonna work.
Right.
You have to use baby shit.
Right.
You know, the cool thing is, so right in TJ now, there's Dean Listener is actually friends with a hospital that does a lot of stem cells. So I know there's some old people that used to be commentators for Bellator and stuff that are working with people to get fighters down there to help them out. I have neck issues after all these years of wrestling. Who would have fucking thought that?
Wow.
Yeah, you're wrestling and MMA and jiu-jitsu. I have a bad neck. So they were talking, wanting to fuse C4-5, C5-6 in my neck, end my career. Second that fuses. So I've been doing everything other than fusing it. I've had epidural shots, everything. So I think the next step is try the stem cells.
Yeah. Well, they fused mine. I think C4-5 back in 2000. And but I had the number one guy on the planet do my neck.
Yeah.
And I was back in the ring in 3 months.
Okay.
Yeah, it was an amazing job that guy did.
I think it's the C5-6 is what they're worried about,
Yeah.
is doing the combo. But I mean, right now I can't feel my left arm.
Right.
I mean, kind of a blessing in disguise, right? If I got armbarred.
Yeah. Yeah, my arm I had lost like 2 inches on my arm over
Yeah.
here, shoulder, you know.
Just from-
the nerve damage, you know.
Yep.
It was just a clusterfuck.
Yeah, man.
But you know, now I got the stem cells and I'm back, you know, running. I'm at a dead run now, man. I feel great.
I challenge you to a race. Let's
I
go.
can't. I got boots on, so you're lucky. Otherwise,
I mean, otherwise, I got an 8-year-old daughter. I can put her up in the race.
I'll beat her. Yeah, I will. Yeah, you wouldn't see nothing but the heels of my boots, man. You're too slow, kid. I am like Flash. You ever know who Flash is?
Yeah, we have it's crazy, being a father in this career. I mean, the youngest that she was 3 months old at her very first MMA fight.
Yeah.
She came when I fought at the Hard Rock at the Joint. She was 3 months old and she was in the ring.
Wow.
So it was really cool to be around. It's crazy, just to be around. Gosh, what, 16 years now?
Yeah.
And I look back and I'm like, in 16 years, I've been blessed. I've traveled the world in this sport. I've got to travel to 28 different military bases, visit our troops, give back, in different countries, from Qatar, Abu Dhabi, Kuwait, Djibouti, Africa, all over the Middle East, Europe. I've been able to travel there. I've been able to teach at many of the military bases here in America. I teach police for free of charge, jiu-jitsu, just basic jiu-jitsu in order to make their job better.
Right.
This career has just given me such a avenue to be a better person as well. So, and meeting guys like you, it's so funny. Like, I'll post a picture and people are like, "You know that guy?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Wait, what?" My dad, I mentioned in our our private talks, you know, I'm good friends with Bill Goldberg, the WWE famous wrestler. So he, so Bill's hilarious. Bill, I had my dad out here when I fought for a belt, my first ever belt in elite in XFC, and I fought for a belt. I won the 145-pound belt, and so as soon as I won the 145-pound belt, the next day I go, hey Dad, you want to go to breakfast? And I'm texting Bill, because he was a huge wrestling fan in the Attitude Era, the 90s. And he goes, yeah, I'll meet you up. He goes, where are we going to go? And I lined it up. My dad's like, why the hell are we on the road for 35 minutes? This is when Bill lived out here. And we drive in. We're sitting at this restaurant. And we're sitting there. And I'm texting him. He's like, I'm coming in hot. Bill rolls up. And my old man's just a little bit smaller than me. He's sitting there. And Bill walks up and just hip bumps him all the way over. And he goes, you guys got breakfast? My dad's about to throw down. He looks over. He goes, "Oh shit, it's Bill Goldberg." So it's cool, like, you know, doing instances like that. You know, I've been able. I went to Rady's Children's Hospital. I think one of the best things ever. I was able to call a couple old famous fighters and WWE stars. I called Tito Ortiz on FaceTime for this girl that had terminal brain cancer. She just loved wrestling, loved fighters. So I'm putting guys on, you know, FaceTime, and that made this little girl's life. Like, it's little moments like that that make this whole career, and all the pains, the aches, not able to stand up, not able to move. I'm like, it's worth it. Like, I love that shit. You know?
Give some movements some real pain, real hurt. I mean,
that's real pain.
Yeah.
Like my body, I mean, you know, and I'm a firm believer that this body, like, we're lent this body in this life. Like, we're just lent it. Like, I'm on borrowed time, and every day is a blessing. So, you know, just being able to be around in this world and be around people like yourself and everything, and get my message out there about everything that's rewarding to me. I don't care. My body's an avenue, you know, an avenue to do greater things. So
that's how I feel about it. You know, it's temp.
Yeah.
You know, it's mine to do. Otherwise, you lose it.
Yeah, man.
If you don't use it, you lose it. Thank you for watching another episode of Dan and Don's Toxic Masculinity. You better like, subscribe, and share, or I'm going to come to your house.